Yo, Pierre, you wanna come out here?
Yo, what's up YouTube? It's your boy Fitz back in here with yet another video. Today I'm coming at you guys with another build video. Today is not no regular build video. Now, I've been giving y'all pretty much the best builds every position. I already started the joint off on Saturday with the best point guard. I'm gonna be dropping also the best shooting guard. But for today, this is going to be pretty much the best center position. But in my opinion, this is the best big man build in the game. And it also happens to have around 90 badge grades. So yeah, man, this build is actually quite crazy. It's a demi. You're gonna be able to do everything that you want to do as a big man in this game. So yeah, man, you know how we do it when it comes to these build videos. I'm gonna give you guys a position, height, weight, wingspan, attributes, all the way down to the takeovers and the best badge setups for every single category. So yeah, man, if you haven't already, please leave a like on the video. These videos do take a lot of time and effort, so I really would appreciate it. Subscribe if you're new. We on the road to 100K, so I really would appreciate that. Also, without further ado, let's hop straight into the video.
I got digital dash, can't ride with a op. I walk in the store and I buy the stock. I hide in the bins and pull out the lot. Got Tiffany diamond, it cost me a lot. They flying like birds, but drop on this hot. 400 degrees, I burned up the block. Burn out, make one call, they turn out. CC the gang, get the word out. When the shit getting hot, you the first out. Cover my wrist with a watch and I flooded with rocks. Now I look at the time all day. Be high, right through your block and I drop off the top and I know you can see my face. You my dog at the end, don't care what the bitches say. I got digital dash, can't ride with a op. I walk in the store and I buy the stock. I hide in the bins and pull out.
Alright, before we go too far into this video, I want to make sure to go over this. Now, we were at 4.2%. We're all the way up to 9.7%. But still, 90% of y'all that are watching my videos aren't even subscribed. I know y'all mess with the videos. We finna be going so crazy, so you might as well hit that sub button. It's that simple. Alright, so first things first is going to be position. Now, like I said in the intro, this is going to be the best big man position, but we are making the best center build, pretty much. That was the purpose of this video, but I ended up making the best big man build. Also, I'm going to be doing a power forward. We're going to be doing pretty much two of those. One is going to be probably the best build in the game, and another one is going to be an alternative version of a big man build. So if you don't really like this one as much, I'm going to also be showing you guys another one in the future. But for today's big man build, I'm going to give you guys a center build. Alright, next is going to be the best height, weight, wingspan for the build. Now, height, weight, wingspan is pretty much how you kind of make your build be what you're trying to make it. Now, if you know how centers are this year, centers, you can only go down to 6'9". If you know how point guards and shooting guards are, I believe shooting guards can go to 6'9", but point guards, they cannot go over 6'8". So you can make this build at the shooting guard, small forward, power forward. If you feel like there's like a added bonus for doing that, you can do that. I did try to make this build at power forward. I did try to make this build at small forward. I did try to make this build at shooting guard. The best way to get as many badges and attributes with this build, with the way I set it up, is at the center position. So keep that in mind. But yeah, you're gonna be at the 6'9" height. That's pretty much the shortest height you can be at the center position. 219. That's not quite minimum, but it's a little bit above minimum. But you're still gonna have pretty much almost max speed and max speed of ball. Then you have max wingspan, so that's gonna be pretty much helping you have a lot higher of a block, offensive rebound, even perimeter defense and steal gonna be a lot higher, while also having a lot higher on the driving layup and driving dunk. It's a lot of things that come together for that, but one thing that gonna be negatives is like your three-pointer, your mid-range, stuff like that, and your ball handle is even gonna be lower. But yeah, all in all, man, I still feel like this is going to be the best height, weight, wingspan for this build. Now, the body type, like I always say, that's really completely up to you. That's the only thing on the screen that's not gonna be changing depending on what you go with. I always go with build, but that's completely up to you. Alright, next, let's hop into the build. How do you make this build? Now, like I said, this build gets around 90 badge upgrades. Now, depending on what you really want on your center or big man build, I feel like this build gets everything that people really want in their builds on next gen. Now, how many badge upgrades are you gonna get? You're gonna get 23, 13, 25, and 27. That's 88, 89 badge upgrades. Really, really close to 90 badge upgrades. So keep that in mind. You're gonna get a lot of badge grades. Then you probably have a lot of holes on physicals. Now, you don't really have a strength, but on next gen, a lot of people tell me that you don't need strength. Me personally, I would rather have a higher strength, but since people are telling me that you don't need that, we just said forget the strength, and then the vertical, that's at 70, so we can get contact dunks, because you have to have a 70 vertical to end up getting the contact dunks. And this is a build that actually gets the regular contact dunks. The big man contact dunks is like 6'10" and up, and then the regular contact dunks is 6'9" and under. So yeah, you're actually gonna still be able to get those too. Then when it comes to the physicals, we actually have a max speed, which is at a 78, a max acceleration, which is at a 75, which is actually really good. You're gonna be able to actually get your speed over at 80 at 99, and then your vertical, that's at a 70, like I said, and then the stamina is at a 94. You're gonna be able to get that up to a 98. Then when it comes to the 23 finishing badge upgrades, you're gonna pretty much be maxing out the driving layup, driving dunk, and standing dunk. That's gonna be really, really good. But then you're gonna be putting up your close shot to a 37 and a post control to a 45 to get that 23rd badge upgrade. Then when it comes to the 13 shooting badge upgrades, you're gonna be maxing out your 3-pointer, your mid-range, then your free throw is gonna be at a 67. Your free throw is actually a pretty decent free throw for like builds in this game. And then the 3-pointer, that's gonna be able to get over at 80 easily at 99. And then you're gonna be able to get your mid-range over 85 at 99 easily. And 13 shooting badge upgrades is like a perfect amount, in my opinion, for this game. Then when it comes to playmaking, you're gonna pretty much have 25 playmaking badge upgrades, but you're gonna be maxing out everything. Everything is maxed out. Then when it comes to the defense and rebounding, you're gonna be maxing out pretty much everything, not touching interior defense. So you're gonna have a max perimeter defense, steal, block, offensive rebound, and defensive rebound to get 27 badge upgrades. Like I said though, you're not gonna be touching interior defense. So if you're gonna get somebody in the post or somebody getting contact dunks on you, that's why. But people say that they don't really need interior defense, so I didn't really put that. Me personally, I do like my build with having interior defense. Like my build has interior defense, and I like that. People don't dunk me at all. They don't at all. But if you're a person that feel like interior defense is not needed, this is going to be definitely the build for you. But yeah, that's going to be pretty much the best attributes. And like I said, this build gets around 90 badge upgrades, so you got to keep that in mind. So not only are the attributes damn near perfect for what people are trying to do in this game, especially for big men, it also gets a lot of badges. So yeah, man, that's going to be pretty much the attributes and badge layout. Alright, next is going to be the best takeovers for this build. Now for the best takeovers, we're pretty much going to have a lot of choices, whether it's the slasher, sharp, playmaker. I think you get glass cleaner takeover. I'm pretty sure that's glass takeover, but if it's not, it's probably lockdown or rim protector. So if you want to have like a defensive or rebounding takeover, you can go with that. Now I could see big man going with sharp and glass cleaner takeover, because like I said in my takeover video, the only way you can get like added bonus for the shooting or the 3-pointer is if you have sharp takeover. But the only way you can get added bonus for getting like rebounds, like offensive rebound and defensive rebound, is if you have glass. So I can see a lot of people doing that with this build because they want it to be a big man build. But you're gonna have a 99 rebound either way. Now this is subject depending on if 2K actually lets you go past certain thresholds. Like Mike Wayne said, you can go past 99 to get into the hundreds, but only with takeover. So if that does work that way, that is pretty big. But for video purposes, I did go with spotter precision and finishing moves. Finishing moves, in my opinion, is the best big man takeover because of all the bonuses. People don't even notice that finishing moves or slasher takeover helps you get stuff like strength, vertical, and that's pretty big on big man. If you're a big man, you know how big that type of stuff is to get bonuses for that. So yeah, it's a lot of different things that people don't know about when it comes to the big man. And then with finishing moves, you're gonna be getting all the guard stuff that make this big man build even more overpowered, because if you have takeover, you're gonna actually be able to speed boost at a way higher rate. I'm telling you that right now. But yeah, that's going to be the takeovers we go with: spotter precision and finishing moves. And the takeover or the build comes out as a post playmaker, similar to shades of Karl-Anthony Towns, Christian Wood, and Andre Drummond. Now if you make it at the power forward, I'm not gonna lie, you do get better similar to, you get Giannis and Anthony Davis. So yeah, that if you want those, you can make it at power forward, but you're not gonna see the similar twos but one time, so why does it matter? You're gonna get less badges, so make it at the center. You're gonna come out as a post playmaker either way. And yeah, that's going to be pretty much the build. All we got left to go over is the best badge setups for the finishing, shooting, playmaking, and defensive for this build. So yeah, man, without further ado, let's go ahead and hop straight into it. Alright, so first things first is going to be the best finishing badge setup for this build. Now we have 23 badge upgrades to work with. So we're gonna have Hall of Fame posterizer. If you don't know how that works, you get the contact dunks. That's gonna be pretty much 20% chance of getting a contact dunk. Every single tier to a posterizer is gonna be like 15% added bonus on top of that to getting a contact dunk. So at bronze is 35%, silver 50%, gold 65%, and Hall of Fame is 80%. Then we have a badge like Slippery Finisher that's gonna get us the best animations possible for every single situation. And 2K is a very animation based game, but also on top of that, it's gonna be helping your dunk frequency go even higher. Then we have a badge like Giant Slayer. You're probably like, this is a big man build, why would I have Giant Slayer? We don't only put Giant Slayer on to negate height advantage. We put that on to pretty much negate badges like Rim Protector. If you know what Giant Slayer does, it pretty much reduces your ability to get blocked. Rim Protector improves the ability to block shots. It's going to be incredibly hard to block this build with this build having Giant Slayer Hall of Fame. Then we have Heat Seeker to be able to get Takeover extremely fast from getting dunks or layups. Then we have Lob City Finishers so that we can catch those lobs at a really high rate. And then we have Rise Up for whenever we're trying to do standing dunks. Even with a 99 standing dunk, we're going to be doing it at an even higher rate. So yeah, man, that's going to be the best finishing badge setup, in my opinion, for this build. You can also go with some post-score badges, but we don't even get those on this build, so I don't even know why I said that. But yeah, that's going to be the best finishing badge setup for this build. All right, next. Now, I'm not going to lie. It's a badge on this list that actually is very underrated. I tested it out because I was playing delayed, helping some people get some rep on Puma, and it actually came out to be that catch and shoot is actually stupid overpowered. The difference it makes on catch and shoots, like, I was so delayed, I literally couldn't time shots. I went from not being able to time shots, I actually only put it on bronze, and the difference between not having it and putting it on bronze for catch and shoots, it was crazy how much I started greening. I put it to Hall of Fame. I literally didn't miss anymore. Then we have badges like Hot Shot to get Takeover even faster. They did nerf it a little bit, but it's still going to be a Takeover, so that's still going to be a good badge. Then we have Hot Zone Hunter, so when we get our hot zones, it's going to make us be able to shoot a lot better in those hot zones at a way higher rate. And if you don't know how make percentage goes, make percentage is going to go up even higher when you get hot zones. Hot zone hunter, on top of that, it's going to make it go up even higher. And your green window gets bigger and bigger as your make percentage goes higher and higher. Then we have badges like blindness from people try to contest us from the sides pretty much. This is the best contest badge in the game. Now, if you feel like you're not going to be getting contested from the sides, you can go ahead and put that on Corner Specialist and put Bronze Deadeye, because that's going to be pretty much helping you when it comes to people trying to contest you in any situation. But I feel like blindness is probably the most overpowered shooting badge in the game. So even at the big man position, even when you're spotting up and stuff like that, that's still going to be a very good badge to have on. All right, next is going to be the best playmaking badge setup for this build. Now, for the best playmaking badge setup for this build, you're going to actually have 25 badge upgrades to work with. Now, we're going to have Hall of Fame Quick for Step. Yes, Hall of Fame Quick for Step. Yes. When you hit 99, you're going to have a 76 speed ball, and you can have Slash and Takeover, so you can get your speed ball all the way up to an 84. So yeah, man, that's going to be really good on this build. It's going to help you get open for threes. If you just want to ISO with this build, you can do that. You know what I'm saying? You can think of this build as a lot of different players. I'm not going to lie. Then you have a badge like Handles for Days to cancel out the stamina issue in this game. You don't really necessarily need that, but we had so many badge upgrades, so why not? But Hall of Fame Unpluckable, that is definitely needed. That's going to be not get ripped as much as possible. Then we have Bullet Pass and make our passes exponentially faster. Needle Third is going to make our passes even harder to get stolen. On top of our passes getting even faster with Bullet Pass. Special Delivery, it was very overpowered. They nerfed it, but it's still going to be useful, especially at the big man position, because if you're a big man and you can get Hall of Fame Special Delivery this easily, you can just pretty much make it that much easier for your team to get Takeover, Dual Takeover, or even Team Takeover. Then we have a badge like Break Starter for whenever we playing 3v3 or 5v5, we're going to be able to get that rebound and just do an outlet pass extremely easily, with badges like Bullet Pass making our passes faster, with badges like Needle Third making our passes even harder to get stolen. On top of that, we actually have Break Starter. So yeah, man, that's going to be, in my opinion, the best big man build in the game. All right, next, last but not least, is going to be the best defensive rebounding badge setup for this build. Now, we have 27 badge upgrades to work with. 27. Now, what you're probably seeing is we have a lot of Hall of Fame badges, even some gold badges. Now, clamps. We had that on gold because we actually was able to max out our perimeter defense. We actually was able to get clamps to gold. Now, if you want to get clamps Hall of Fame, you have to have a 94 perimeter defense. We didn't get that, so we have to go with gold. That's going to be the best way to play on-ball defense. This is not a build that's going to have to play too much on-ball defense because you are the big man build, but if you have to, you can do that because you have not Hall of Fame, but gold clamps. That's going to help you pretty much getting people's body as much as possible. They need to buff it a little bit, in my opinion, but it's still a good badge. Then we have badges like Intimidator to pretty much get the best shot contest possible, whether on the perimeter or on the interior. And then we have Rebound Chaser. This is very important for big man, so that you can pretty much get as many rebounds as possible. I didn't put on Brick Wall on this build because you can't get it because of the fact we didn't put up our interior defense or our strength. You want to get that, you have to put up your interior defense or your strength. Well, mainly your strength, but yeah, that's really up to you. Then we have badges like Remember that in Chase Down Artists. Chase Down Artists, if you don't have that on, you're not going to be able to get Chase Down blocks. As soon as you put it to bronze, you unlock the Chase Down block animations. You go up tier and tier and tier all the way to Hall of Fame. It's going to make you even faster and jump even higher. Then when it comes to a badge like Rim Protector, that's going to be enhancing badges like Intimidator, enhancing badges like Chase Down Artist, even enhancing badges like Pogo Stick if you want to put that on. It's going to be improving your blocking ability. Like I mentioned when I was going over Giant Slayer, it's going to be enhancing your teammates' takeover whenever you get a block. And when you're at the park, it's going to be enhancing your teammates' takeover whenever you pretty much do a hard foul. And it's also going to be unlocking special blocking animations. So yeah, man, the badge does a lot. Then we have the 2 stealing badges, which are probably the 2 most overpowered badges in the game for defense. Well, I would say Rim Protector is more overpowered than Interceptor, but that's neither here nor there. Interceptor is going to have you in them lanes getting as many passing lane steals as much as possible. Some people say it's not good. Some people say it's really good. It really depends on what side you fall on. I like Interceptor on this game. It should be a lot better, probably, but yeah. And then we have a badge like Pickpocket. That's probably the best badge to get stops, or best way to get stops is on ball steals, whether it's a bump steal, a poke ball loose, anything like that. Pickpocket is going to make that exponentially easier to get. And then we have off-ball pest for when people are trying to do lobs. They now have contact lobs. So you want to be able to bump your man as much as possible so they can't get any animation, whether it's a contact lob or just a regular lob animation. Now you do have Hall of Fame interceptors to be able to get those passing lanes on those lobs, but it doesn't help or hurt. It doesn't hurt to have off-ball pest on. So yeah, man, that's going to be the best defensive rebound badge setup for this build. But yeah, man, that's going to be the best big man build in the game post Playmaker. I showed you guys every single thing that you need to know on how to make it, from the position, height, weight, wingspan, attributes, takeover, all the way down to the best badge setups for the finishing, shooting, playmaking, and defensive. So yeah, man, for that alone, go ahead, leave a like on this video, subscribe if you're new. We do this every single day. Turn on post notifications to be the first to every single one of my videos. Share this video to anybody who thinks it will help. But yeah, man, it's your boy Fitz, man, and I'm about to be, man.
Tell them to bring me my money.
Bands to make her talk, if she don't wanna speak, then that shit chalk. I came in peace till that boy talk. I'm on my knees and I'm praying to the Lord. Last year they said I was dreaming a lot. Just 1 year later and we still won't stop. Been stacking my paper, best where I know.